So we were told we were leaving the European Union on the 29th of March. Have we left? I mean, legally, still think we have. I don't think Theresa May or the EU had the right to extend that leaving date. It was set in law, it was set in stone, and that's when we left the European Union. But we don't control the government. Theresa May used royal prerogative to override that law that we were leaving on the 29th of March. And we seem to be stuck in these institutions, but we no longer feel that we belong to them. We seem to be stuck in these institutions, but we legally no longer feel entwined with them. It's like being in a limbo. We don't know what's happening and where we're going now. And these are very significant things. This is about the rule of our country, about who's supreme in law, who makes the laws of this land. We're still being dictated to by the European Union, although we've left or haven't left, and we are still having to pay them gargantuan amounts of money, which they're not accountable for. We can't hold them to account how they're spending our money. So it's an absurd situation, and there's only one person to blame for that, and that's Theresa May. She gambled everything on getting this surrender document, which was written by the German bureaucracy, presented to the English civil service, who fine-tuned it, and then she tried to drive it through Parliament. And thankfully, there were enough decent MPs in Parliament to say, no, we're not accepting this deal. It's a bogus deal. It's not what we require, and it's not what we desire. We desire to make a clean break with the European Union. We are not accepting the jurisdiction of the European Court of Justice. We're not accepting the backstop which locks us into the customs union ad infinitum, and we're not accepting the whole sort of that we're so still entwined with the European Union. We want to break free. We want to become part of the free trading world. We can carry on economic relations with the European Union just as we did before we joined the EU. And I think everything would have been fine. It would have been hunky-dory. I mean, there was a lot of scaremongering, a lot of the Doomsday scenario. We leave, this will happen, that will happen. There'll be no drinking water and so on and so forth. But it was all bogus. Just like the scare stories about if we didn't join the euro, the catastrophe that would follow that. Project Fear. I mean, it's just an illusion, the whole thing. We would have left, we would have been fine, we would have developed new trade deals around the world, and we could have gone forward. But because of Theresa May and their stubbornness, not strength, stubbornness in insisting on this deal, we're now in this limbo situation. In fact, we're now in a worse situation than ever. And the people of Britain know this. And they blame the Conservative Party, because the Conservative Party should have removed Theresa May when they had a chance. Instead, she's still there, and according to the rules, they can't have another leadership challenge within a year. But those rules need to be shredded. You can't hide behind a rule where, as Oliver Cromwell said, necessity hath no law. It is so essential that we get rid of Theresa May and get a new vision for our future. Otherwise, the Conservative Party is in meltdown. Its support will disintegrate, its membership will fall away, and it will just descend into total civil war. Because the Conservative Party is committed to Brexit. It's committed to delivering the result of the referendum, and therefore it can't go the other way. It's like a car cannot reverse and go forward at the same time. It's got to determine its direction. And Theresa May doesn't know. Maybe she does know. Maybe her whole scheme, the whole way, was to frustrate this process, undermine it, and break it, and push through a second referendum, which will simply nullify the first, which will mean all the votes in the first, the campaigns in the first, when we were told what we decide would be the will of the government, all those votes will have been irrelevant. If we have another referendum following this, the first one, it will undermine the people's confidence in their vote, in that their vote has significance and will be listened to. So the Conservative Party has to get rid of Theresa May ASAP. And obviously UKIP and now Nigel Farage's Brexit Party, they're benefiting from this indecision in the Tory party, this lack of direction. I mean, Nigel Farage just re-emerged on the scene, burst on the scene with great panache, great charisma, he's always had that, and a vision. The vision is simply to take us out of the European Union and to use the democratic processes to do this. And he seems to have got real momentum with the Brexit party, and he's stealing UKIP's thunder. It's as simple as that. Gerard Batten has to rise to the challenge. Now, Gerard Batten has gone into a quagmire about the status of Tommy Robinson, and that's all the media are going to focus on, because Gerard Batten is not resolving that situation. He's brought Tommy on board, and yet he won't fully embrace Tommy. He's brought Tommy on board, and yet he won't let him become a member and stand in the European elections. He's facing two ways at the same time, and people can see that this is not a sustainable situation, just like Theresa May. He has to bite the bullet. He has to show courage and embrace Tommy Robinson. Again, like Theresa May, he's hiding behind rules. He's saying, oh, the rules of the party said because of past affiliations. Sidestep the rules. Cowards hide behind rules which are wrong. You know, like in the Second World War, we were only obeying orders. No, you don't need to obey orders. This is a political decision that Gerard Batten is making to exclude Tommy Robinson. He needs to reverse that and to make UKIP a truly populist, national populist force to shake up the whole of the British political system. Not just to win us Brexit, but to redeem our nation. This is the mission that UKIP should have. It should be beyond Brexit. It should be, I mean, immigration was the big issue behind Brexit. We want to save our nation. We want to stop this tsunami of immigration, which is leading to the dispossession of the British people and their replacement by alien peoples. We talk about the Islamisation of Europe. Tommy is very knowledgeable about the Islamisation of Britain and the effects that's had on our nation. And he needs to be given a platform to speak out the truth. It's time for courage. Fortune favours the brave. It's time for Gerard Batten to bite the bullet, show courage and embrace Tommy Robinson. Give him a platform. Make him a candidate in the European elections. Make him a candidate for UKIP in the local elections. And he will transform the fortunes of UKIP. He will make it a truly powerful vehicle to renew this nation. Thank you. Thank you for watching this video. We're putting out messages as often as we can now to stir up the people of this nation and the people of the West to fight back on behalf of their nations, to have confidence that we can win. We're trying to buy new equipment. We want to buy a small camera so that we can film outside, and we want to buy some radio mics so we can get good sound quality outside. So we're looking for funds really to promote this work that we're doing. So if you support us and you want to invest in this battle to save our nation, there's a PayPal link in the description. If you can, please make a donation. Make sure you subscribe to our channel. Ring the bell as well so you get a notification of any future videos we make. We're turning out 2, 3, 4 videos a week now, and we're going to keep on this battle until we win. Thank you.